欢迎大家来到羊兄咖啡店，就让我来带大家一起去聊时事吧。Hello， 大家好，欢迎大家又回到了羊兄的这个羊茶啦。对啦，今天我们有一个非常荣幸，有一个非常珍贵的一个嘉宾哦，他就是 Yusmadi Yusoff 先生啊。他呢其实是我们以前的这个巴雷布劳的国会议员啊，他也担任过我们国家的上议员，那他才刚刚结束了他的任期。然后他现在是一名律师，他也是给安华政府提供这个外交建议，这个外交的这个委员会啦啊。所以经过这些很多介绍之后呢，我今天有很多严肃的 spicy 的问题，想来问问看他究竟他有对我们国家有什么想法，还有对政局怎么看呢？Okay, Mr. Yusmadi, thank you for accepting the interview. So I just want to ask, people are very curious and very, concerned about what is happening right now in Malaysia, considering the issue of liners or considering the issue of the Palestinian assembly in our school. So what's your take on that? Do you think it's a serious concern for the government?
First of all, thank you for having me. First of all, for me, it's nothing new. Take for example, let's go one by one.
Okay,
just
right.
Now you generalize. Let's take for example Palestine. Is it something new?
No.
It's always like that. Just we change of government. Every government somehow Palestinian is their concern. Number two, what other issue just now?
About the school, bringing this thing into school, the solidarity.
It's not new. Previously, people even assemble everywhere, involved not only families, students. Okay, the challenge is this. Okay, if you ask me, do I agree that the one with so-called they call it what senapang I disagree. What I'm trying to say, what they're supposed to do in school to create more understanding, because understanding will last long. When it lasts long, not the person or that generation will decide or agree or disagree, for me irregardless, based on real understanding and conviction, not only follow lah. You know what I'm saying?
Understand. Right. So since we are talking about the Palestinian issue, since you are also advising our government on the foreign policy, could you just clarify to our audience about Anwar general policy about Palestine, and now what is he trying to do in achieving whatever goal that he set up to do?
Okay, I cannot speak on behalf of Anwar lah, but I can speak as a country. As a country, our conviction on the Palestinian issue is very consistent from day one.
Yes.
What is that? Number one, it's just about dispossession of their rights, their land. Number two is about a violation of international law. And what that international law is a human right violation. Number three is just about humanitarian assistance. You are talking about how can you leave someone without water, without access to education, and number four, of course, you are talking about how can this issue can create destability in the region. Because every region, for example, like we in ASEAN, what our beauty of our region? Very stable, ma. We have all differences, but we have formula to understand, to learn from each other. So that part of the was supposed to be even better. Why? They're not multiracial like multi-ethnic. They're just Arab, and some of them are still homogeneous. So I see they have to learn from us, from those in Southeast Asia.
Right, but on that note, let's talk about the domestic front. So people, especially the Chinese community, I think I just helped my audience to ask the questions, like they are quite concerned if Anwar has lost track of his reformasi agenda, right? So what's your view on this? Is he like losing track, or do you think that he's still the same guy who like a champion reformasi for Malaysia?
Okay, sometimes for me, we judge people not only based what they say. That's what my mother taught me lah. You are Yusmadi, you not only believe what people say, evaluate what they do. Okay, I remember for him even to say that, look, let reform this country. Number one, apa dia? No more affirmative action based on race, but based on need. He put in writing, even before he become government. That time I know because we came back from US 2007. Then we went, then we won. Alright, number one. Number two, what he say? Hey, look here in Malaysia, you only talking about only the poor Malay. No, the Indian are even worse. He say publicly, consistently. Okay. What he said. Number three, what did he say? If you realize nowadays, for the first time, he said, and I think I know as a matter of fact, no single interference for the appointment of judges or whatsoever you ask. But then some people say, that's why lah Muhyiddin release and say, oh, what you want him to interfere? Be careful from what you ask. For me, reform. Let's talk about the word reform. My idea of reform is simply this: how Anwar make the institution functioning again. What are the institution? Judiciary, apa lagi? Parliament. Apa lagi?
Administration.
Executive. So if you ask me, slowly now they should start responsive. You see judiciary now start, okay, the question is this, I'm telling you, the real issue is this. We need more competent people with integrity. You know that last election we didn't get many votes from the government officer?
Yes, yeah, that's one of the issues as well.
Yeah, if you ask me, if because of we become more strict, for me no problem, because reform is not only about doing something popular. But in between, what did he do? He tried to also make sure that whoever the right candidate to be at the right place. That's why we're very strict, you know. Okay. Back to your question, whether Anwar the same guy, he is the same guy. The only challenge for him now, I'm telling you so that your audience know, what happened in this country, the rakyat force us to learn something new. What is that something new? For the first time in this country, no one single party have the monopoly of power.
True.
They teach you to compromise. So to do that, show me a case study lah, 60 years, which one we can follow. So Anwar have to be smarter and wiser. For example, someone asked me, oh, why Anwar got this guy, corrupt guy from UMNO, whatsoever? That, for me, that textbook advice lah. The real question is this, how to do your best, still build a sustainable government and coalition, so that you can take care of the people, so that government did not change like it happened previously. So how do you do that? If you ask everything like black and white, everyone can do mah. Now you're talking about he has to assert his leadership wisely, intelligently. That's number one. Number two, in any transition government, two things very important. Number one, economy. Number two, of course lah, someone like you lah, youth lah, you need to understand their employment. That's what you see what Anwar did for the first 1 year. At least now almost 1 year lah.
We see across the country the green wave, for example.
Where's the green wave?
People talking about pass and you know.
No, there's not even green wave. I can tell you someone on the ground. For me, simply no green wave. Pass is always there. Pass is have their limit. You know, last time Pass managed to get Terengganu because of us. For the first time, because of reformasi. So now it's the boss now go back to our court. We have to go back to where we started, the mindset, the hard working. It's just about that, nothing to do green wave lah.
Okay,
yeah.
but people saying that, you know, the government has been losing time with the Malay masses.
No, because we don't take care of the countryside. Why? Oh, you thought only reform or whatever big stuff, or human rights, only in the city. I know that because I was a YB in the countryside. That's where most of the discourse are very bubble, very Sinti-centric. I say that with basis. I think they will come back. You know why? I give for example, recently, the by-election, the very recent one.
Yes.
One by one, we start getting back the road. Perangai.
Yeah.
Before Perangai was what another
the
one?
Johor by-election.
The Johor. What does it mean? Because what? It takes times. I give for example, in 9 months, you ask any smart guy, what the most reasonable thing any leader can do? Okay, I ask you now. If you ask me a question, I ask you, what the most reasonable thing Anwar should do in the first 9 months?
The management of humans, appoint to the right positions, to do the
Where
right
that human? Where the smart guy all overseas? The smart guy not even the right place. Because more the system before is full of nepotism, full of reward, trade-off, whatsoever. You're talking about the previous guy. I tell you, I don't want to mention name. I don't have to mention name lah. You say the previous guy lah.
Yes.
The only thing he managed to do to dismantle all the institution. But responsible leader, why I disagree with him? Responsible leader, he built the country to survive when he's not around. That guy, what did he do? He dismantled all the institution. And someone like Anwar not only have to bear with 1.3 trillion, would have to bear with all the mediocre support system, of which we have to restart over again. Is that a wrong thing? No.
You know, now, for example, the Chinese voter saying that Anwar has been, trying to fight for conservative votes, but I think you already mentioned he's trying his best to jaga between both sides lah. But now, like...
Not jaga. Let me put it in context. You say jaga ni is macam Anwar has no brain lah. Anwar just doing something. No lah. I ask you a simple question.
A lot of misconception.
No, misconception lah. Some people misunderstand it. I ask simple question. Let's say without really taking care, everyone, the keyword is equilibrium. Let things something more easy to understand. All this why we don't take care of people from Sabah Sarawak. All this why I'm telling you, just because of us we start celebrating Hari Malaysia lah. Because of us lah, we start suddenly talking about autonomy lah. Because of us, Anwar people start talking about MSC3. Talk about the positive stuff also lah. Let's say for example, is it a wrong thing? No, that part of the world, that's where people of susah, people of poverty, Sabah Sarawak. Just now we talked to our friend from Miri. No, I'm talking about when that not people don't want to acknowledge. So, but the point I want to say is this. You have to be wiser. I saw someone like me just so that you get a complete idea. I was in many failed transition government. What happened to Zimbabwe? They reform, and then after that, why they fail? because the coalition is not sustainable. I was in Tunisia. 2 things they failed to do. You know what? Youth employment. Because the problem is about economy. You know, so, and then number 2, how you get everyone, you like it or not, there are certain people, they are elected by their own constituent. Are you saying that they don't deserve? As long as they've been elected, that's what to do. That's our current process lah. Unless you want Anwar to be authoritarian, which I don't think so lah. So for me, my point to you is this: what happened in our country now is about everyone to come together, share their expertise, because we have no other option. Is Anwar fail now? You think what happened to the country after this? Go back to worse. Okay, I want to say this: what they've been facing today is an outcome of a long-standing history, which I think not supposed to happen in the first place. Why I say so? For example, affirmative action. Why do you need that post 1999? You need that to for social, we call it social engineering. Whether it served the purpose, it did serve the purpose. Unless you don't want to understand other people's problem. Some people they only interested for them to understand them. Chinese only interested Chinese, they don't understand the Malay. That's why until today just now I talk to your Cambridge student, what is this thing in Malay? They don't even understand. They say, ask me back, why should they speak in Malay? Say how to be an effective leader, you not even to talk to the right people. Then you go, you stay in your own cocoon lah. Right. So they have to be reasonable. Number 2, if you ask me, what is happening? Let's say, for example, certain opportunity was not being given in very fair situation. My observation as a former YB, I'm also myself come from a very simple family, not privileged one. I just realized there are certain what I call parochialism. What is parochialism? I give for example today. Show me a single enterprise or single institution where the competent Malay like you are the core competent from Chinese, I'm the core competent from Malay, collaborating with the core competent Indian. Show me one. So, you know, that's, I don't use the word racism, I use parochialism. You only can see from your perspective, you cannot see from other people's perspective. I suffer that a lot because I'm from the countryside. Some jokers just only talking about those in the urban side. You think urban is everything lah. You wait until you go to Felda. Until today, no, Felda have, but if I'm not mistaken, more than 59 or 50, more than 50 constituencies. Who actually they are supporting? Don't say that they are stupid, they are wrong. We put the challenge to us. We fail to empower them. We fail to enlighten them. We're only interested to stay in Bangsa, Subang, all that. We're not interested to work for them. Until and unless Anwar and the gang do a road show going around. They're hard work. Who willing to do hard work? That's why I respect my friend Tian Chua. You know, I know many Anthony Loh. Also, these people, they work very hard. So I think we need to support them. How many Chinese do we willing to work hard as them? I know there are some, but come more. I also challenge what are the Malay who really want to have a courage to say what I say today. Not to say something good, but kena honest lah. You know, when something wrong, you say wrong lah. You know. So I said just now parochialism. Number 3, what is that? I'm telling you now, the cake is shrinking. The economic cake is shrinking. We need to enlarge that cake so that people can share. I give for example today, you are talking about the Malay or whatever got more privilege than. Wait, the Chinese hardly talk about the Bumiputra, Sabah, Sarawak, Ibang, Kadazan. True or not? Because they're not even very much concerned about these people. Right. So for me, it's about everyone. So what is my solution for that? You want to know solution or not?
Please.
Kan? Muafakat. What is muafakat? Bulat air kerana muafakat. Air can become rounded. Air actually bersepah. Can become rounded if go through bamboo or pipe. But that pipe has to be very strong supaya jangan pecah.
Right.
That pipe or that bamboo is the leader. That leader has to be competent intellectually, ada integrity. Betul tak? Tak ada cut corners, tak ada tipu orang. Then after that, what happened? A moment everyone can come together, eat tiaosina. Eat tiaosina. Only then you can walk the talk. So the day you have a leader who value, let's say lah, ni pandangan saya lah sebagai orang kampung.
Yes.
A moment the best of the Chinese, the best of the Indian, the best of the Malay start interacting and collaborating start yamcha sama-sama. You know what will happen? It create good understanding, you know.
It's Malaysian. It's Malaysian, yes.
Sebab itu hari ni just to tell your audience, you know why I come today? I was invited by the Tunku Fund. Can you see? I come all the way from Malaysia, far away, because why? I believe our Tunku Abdul Rahman has started a very good foundation. Being yes, he's a Malay. He's from the royal family, but yet he create a very fair Malaysia. That's why at that time, you know, our judiciary, our economy, all respected. You know where it happened? At your place, St. Catherine. So this is my new friend. Today I'm happy. He want to interview me. I take this opportunity to tell your Chinese audience,
Yes.
is nowadays is no more about Chinese, Malay, Indian, Ibang, Kadazan. It's about how to be fair to everyone. And for me, everyone deserve to be treated fairly. Emily, don't wait until what happened in Palestine and Israel. Betul or not?
Betul.
So I believe the way Anwar exposed me, if you respect anyone religion, if you respect anyone race, you know what? That's the way to go. Betul tak?
Betul.
Okay, I'm sorry. Disappoint you. I have no good answer.
No, this is a very good. So I think this pretty much sum up our entire interview already.
Okay.
So I would like to express my thanks again to Mr. Yusmadi for spending his precious time to come and receive and to take my interview. And sorry for the tough question.
No, not even tougher. He thought tough. It's too easy. I went to reformasi with blood, tears, even more crazy. He having here's a nice place, come to more Malaysian. I'm telling you, come and study at this place. Very beautiful place, very good place, Cambridge. Just now I spoke to his master. They need more students to come here.
Right, but of course, and Anwar also has 3 more years to show for himself. Hopefully, he can show Malaysia that what he set out to achieve, he can achieve. Okay, so here's come to the end of the programs. 非常谢谢大家，希望大家有什么意见呢，都欢迎在下面留言告诉我们。在节目最后不要忘记订阅、点赞和分享出去，因为你们支持是对我最大的鼓励哦。我们下期再会啦，Thank you and
谢谢，
拜拜，
拜拜。